everyone, my name is Andrew. If you don't know me, you should subscribe because, like, why not? You should also hit the notification bell down below to be notified every time I upload a new video, as soon as I upload a new video. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing my end of the year book tag. I'll definitely tag the original creator down below so you can check out the original video or the original, like, creator. But I have seen this going around. It's a booktube staple, so of course I'm not going to miss out on doing it. I did it last year. If you want to check it out, you can check it out up here. Or up here, I'm not sure. And yeah, so we're just gonna get into these questions. There are 6 questions, and I just want to say that I am very happy to be filming a video. I know my last video, my wrap-up, a lot of you guys said y'all actually liked it, like the way it was filmed, and I'm really happy. Like, thanks for like sticking with me and liking it. As you can see, I can actually talk now. My voice is like a little bit different. Like, I feel like right now it's just like a little bit off, but I feel a lot better and I'm like good to go. I can talk. I will talk. You're gonna have to listen to me talk to this video. I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't ramble, but let's just get into these questions. All right, question number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, there is. So I don't know if I DNF'd any books this year. Actually, I did. I DNF'd Mistborn. Sorry. But there are still 2 books that I started that I have not finished. So the first one is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I really liked Jade City. Like, it was a cool, deep world. Like, I loved it. It's adult fantasy. Like, it was like everything. I just think that I started at the wrong time and I need to get back into it. So I'm definitely gonna like put it on hold. I'm not even gonna try to finish it this year. I'm about 150 pages in and I just like could not pass that point every time I tried. But I think I'm going to try it again next year, but I want to start it over because I want to give it, like, the full chance. And, like, I pretty much just think I was trying to rush and read a lot of books, so it kind of was, like, pushed to the back because I had to actually think and, like, focus. So I still want to read it. I'm just putting it on hold, and I will read it probably next year when I start it over. And the other book that I still need to finish is Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. So if you don't know, but you probably know if you're watching me, I really loved Nevernight, so I went into Empire thinking that it was oh my god, I'm still a little bit, you know, but I went into Empire thinking that it was going to be great and like a kind of like sister book to Nevernight, like in tone at least, which Jay Kristoff has said it is, but like, I don't think it is. Like, I love Nevernight so much. Like, the character, like, oh, Mia, like, the world, oh, it's so good. But Empire isn't. I think the problem is that Jay Kristoff got so much hype and got like a lot of praise for Nevernight because it was fucking good. Like, that shit was good. But I think when it comes to Empire, he was like, I'm good. Like, I can write anything. Everybody's gonna love it. Like, I am the best. And it's like, no. Like, you gotta calm down because this one just didn't hit the spot and, like, you missed the mark. And I do, like, it's okay, but it, like, didn't blow me away, and that's very surprising. Like, I thought I was gonna love that book, and I do not. So, I'm still trying to finish it. I'm literally halfway, like, exactly halfway. It's like, do I keep going, or do I turn back? Because I'm, like, halfway. I could go either way. So, I don't know. And the fact that it's just so long doesn't need to be that long. And it's just frustrating. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm still trying to finish it. I wanted to finish it by the end of the year. If I don't, I don't know. Maybe I should just DNF because, like, it makes me so mad that I'm not liking it as much as I thought I would. But then again, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll finish it. But those 2 books. Number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So I think I did this tag a little late. I think you're supposed to do it sooner, but I didn't. So, like, I also just don't have transitioning books. Like, I know a lot of people will read like romance and contemporary like in the summer and the spring, and then in the fall and winter they'll read like fantasy, but like me, I just read fantasy year round. So I'm pretty much always ready for the autumnal season, and I don't really have anything because I read that all year round. So no, I have no transitioning books to offer you guys. I am so sorry. But I genuinely don't. Like, I tried to go back on my Goodreads and look if I like had a transitioning book, and I didn't. I'm just like pretty constant all year round. I just read fantasy with like a dash of romance here and there, and like there's a sci-fi book here, but like I am pretty much consistent in that department. So no transitioning book for me. Number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? No, I'm not, because this is December, and I even went back to look at my most anticipated reads for this year, or my most anticipated new releases, and they've all already came out, so I don't have anything. I do want to say, though, that I have Our Violin Ends by Chloe Gong, and then a Psalm of Storms and Silence by Roseanne Brown that came out like in November, and both of those are pretty much still new. They just came out and I haven't read them yet, so those are the 2 that I'm like focusing on, gonna like try to finish, because those are 2 of my most anticipated releases of the year. And yeah, but I don't have any that are coming out in December that I'm excited for. Number 4 is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? So obviously I want to read Our Violin Ends, and then a Psalm of Storm and Silence. I also want to finish Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess, because I'm started a reread, and like it's gonna bother me so much if I don't complete that trilogy and like that reread cycle. I need to finish those. I'm counting that as 1 because I have like a couple others that I want to tell you. I also want to read Guild by Raven Kennedy. I think I started to make plans to read that next week, because I'm doing something very exciting next week, which will give me a lot of time to read, and it's a perfect book to take with me where I'm going. So I think I'm gonna read Guild. I heard about it from Kaven on TikTok. Oh my god, if you know Kaven, we're just on the same level, because I love her so much. But she talked about the book and like raved about it, and I just like connect with Kaven on a different level. It's like, it's insane. I just really love that TikToker. I don't know. But yeah, so Guild by Raven Kennedy, and then it's like an adult fantasy. I'm kind of excited about it, as you can tell. And then I would really like to finish the rest of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. So Escaping from Houdini and Capturing the Devil are the 2 I need to read. I don't know if that's even possible. Like, we're barely on the 7th day of December. I have finished like 3 books this month already, but I feel like that's gonna slow down. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can keep up this pace. I don't know if I can finish both of those books, because the other 2 took me like probably like a week each, and like I've been reading some books that have taken me like 2 and 3 days, so I need some like quicker books, trying to hit my Goodreads goal. Still, those are ones that I want to finish this year. Like, if everything went my way, I would finish those. Number 5 is there a book that could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I don't think so. So if I would have filmed this video last month before I read this one particular book that I'm pretty sure is my favorite read of the year, it's quickly become like one of my favorite books of all time, I definitely would have said probably the same thing. No, because I don't know when a book is going to shock me, and I guess any book has the potential to shock you, so who knows, maybe something I read like Guild, maybe that will be like an all-time favorite. But I think I've already hit my favorite book of the year for 2021, and that book was You've Reached Sam by Dustin Teo. I hope I said that right. If I didn't say his last name right, I'm sorry, but I loved You've Reached Sam so much. I didn't even like expect to read it. Like, I read it on audio randomly because it was on Scribd, and I was like, okay, like I wanted it. It's literally sold out on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. I've tried to get it everywhere, and you cannot get that book because it's just like all the physical copies are sold out everywhere, and it's like on back order. So I don't even have a physical copy of my favorite read of the year, but like that's crazy to me because I only reread books on audio like if they're rereads. I don't ever read books for the first time, and I just randomly read that one, and it was just so good. I think like even on audio was like a even more special way to listen to it because it's first person and you're so close to the character as you read. Like hearing the character speaking in your head is like on a different level. So I really love You've Reached Sam. I don't think anything I read this year, the rest of the year, is going to top it because it was so beautiful, so good. Number 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? This is funny because like I was just saying earlier on the vlog, because I'm vlogging right now, that I wanted to go to the cafe and like write down some plans for next year. Because, listen, that sounds like you just made that up, Andrew, but I swear I was just thinking about that, just thinking of going to make my plans, because the short answer is no, I haven't thought of that. I think I'm going to have a little bit more time next year, I hope, who knows, to read, but I don't have any plans. I don't know. Next year, I kind of want to just chill. Like, I don't want to do a lot of readathons. I don't want to, like, have strict TBRs. I just want to, like, read whatever my heart wants. I feel like I always do better like that. I always read more when I'm not, like, on a time construct. Like, I don't know. But I do have, like, this one teensy tiny, not much going on at the moment plan for reading next year. So I have this idea. I've been thinking about it all year, just like working it in my head. And then I asked my friend, I was like, hey, would you want to like join me in this certain thing? And they're like, heck yeah, bro. So we have been making some plans for it, and it's definitely gonna affect my reading for next year, like a little bit at least. And it's pretty big. It's something that I think I've been wanting to do and leaning towards, but I was just scared to do it because I didn't know if like I would get the right like reaction from people. But I don't know. Anyway, this is very vague because hopefully I'll be able to announce more details at the end of this month. But just know I do plan some things, and I am planning one big thing that could possibly affect you if could possibly affect you or other readers, or you know, anybody in the community that happens to want to be affected. I don't know, but that's all I'm gonna say, because I feel like you can pretty much figure out what I'm leaning towards. But if not, you'll find out later this month. But I'm really excited about it, and working behind the scenes to get that started. Okay, anyway, I feel like I'm giving away too much, so that is it, and that's the last question. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this end of the year book tag. Let me know if there is any books that you still think could shock you, because that's an interesting question, or like a big book that you still want to finish by the end of the year. Let me know. But I think that's all I have to say. So as always, you can find my social media linked down below: Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. You can find some ways to support the channel if you want to send me a book or buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. Anything like that is always appreciated and goes back into my channel. But that's all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Oh, Christmas tree, been wondering just what you